here we go with this. Amazon. Okay. I don't know how I'm going to put out these different things, but there is another video coming out or has already come out where it goes over another thing that the people from Fallout are working on. I suggest you see that one too. And if this is the first one, then welcome to this news. I don't know how this is going to work. We're going to speak about both. We're just going to speak about both because this is how I recorded it, and we'll just see what happens. Now, Wolfenstein, the TV series, yes, you heard it, is in production at Amazon. Amazon will be using the people who made Fallout, and we'll just go over some of the main points that we did in the other video. I'm just gonna say it flat out. Amazon is kind of iffy on when they take over certain IPs about changing shit and not doing right by the people who care about this shit. Fallout changed a few things. Let's be honest. Let's be honest with ourselves. Fallout changed a few things. Can they get something like this right? Well, thankfully, Wolfenstein is not this gigantic, immersive, multi-planet, multi-species game. It's actually pretty fucking linear, right? So I would put my faith in them to do something like this pretty decently. Now, I don't know where they're going to head with this, because they could go super cringe, or they could just like stick to the, like, especially like older games. Because listen, they could go super cringe. They could have like a female lead who just like talks about, killing Nazis a lot, right? In that new agey kind of way. And I realize it. Everyone loves saying it. They're like, I kill a Nazi. Ha, look at me. Like, no, I get it. I get it. You're real special. You're very eloquent. You're so cultured. We get it. You are so good. But let's be honest. It will be very cringy to have like a young, spunky female lead in this talking about, like, yeah, we got him. We got the Nazis. Yeah. Like, it's going to fucking break me if they do that. Now, why do I think that that's a possibility? Well, it's Amazon. And some of these companies don't shy away from certain things. Now, I'm thinking, they're giving the money to the Fallout people. The Fallout people had a spunky chick that it didn't ruin the show for me in that aspect. I think that she was all right. In Fallout, I think she was all right. She didn't bother me as much as some of these other, like, I think what it is, really, is that there's a lot of actresses, and it's not exactly that they can't act. I don't know what it is. It's like this flavor in Hollywood. Let's call it a flavor. And you can have somebody, you can have somebody like the chick from Aliens, and you can look at her and you can have her play the role, and you can have her do stuff and act and be into it and make it believable and stuff. But then you could just have someone for flavor, right? You can have somebody that's young and looks a certain way, and you're really just hiring them because they're popular with the young people and they're hip. Yeah, everyone likes this person. But they've got about the depth of like a Twitter post, right? And I get it. It's like, you want to hire somebody that you could put out there in front that a lot of people will know and want to watch because they're in it. You know, that's why we see, you know, that Anna Taylor-Joy in like fucking everything, right? People know her. You know, Hollywood has been recently doing this thing where the bigger the eyes are and the farther apart, they just, if you've got that look right now, you need to go cash in because it's hot. You're a hot commodity. Gigantic, far apart eyes. If you look like an insect that would eat its mate, Hollywood has roles for you right fucking now. It is a very hot commodity. Okay? Now, having said that, there's also the option of not just a good actor in general needs to be the central focus, right? You know, people are saying get the Reacher guy. I don't know about that. He's a hot commodity though, but that's what I'm saying. This comment says get the Reacher guy. And I think about it and I go, yeah, he's popular. People like the way he looks. Would he work in the role? Would he look like this? Yeah, he could. But it's like at the same time, it's like with the female leads. It seems that acting is not a priority as it once was. You know, because there used to be like real hardcore stage actors, and there used to be people like that. And it's not as a hot commodity nowadays as if, like, do you have followers on a platform? Do people like you? Okay, you're in. And that's how we get like the Rachel Zegler shit. That's how we get these unknown people catapulted into essentially like stardom. Like they're the focus. And we've never heard of them before, right? But then you have people, and you can judge me if you want. You can judge me if you want, because I really do need to do a video on this. There was that new Wizard of Oz. And no matter what I think about the movie, you know, and I think the movie was fine. I think they put a lot of time and effort into it, and it paid off. It looks amazing. I wish the trailers had actually shown how good the first one was. But the only trailer that I ever saw was those two fucking idiots doing this duet thing where she was like, imagine. And then the other one was like, something. And that was it. It was like a 5-second trailer. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to go see that. If they can't even do a proper trailer, like for fuck's sakes, I'm not going to go see it. I watch a lot of streaming. Obviously, I do this channel. I watch a lot of movies. I had to watch that fucking ad like a 50 million times. Okay? It really believed I was its target audience, for sure. But all I'll say is this. I believe the movie was good. And no matter what I think about those people as individuals, did they do good in the role? Fucking absolutely killed it. Everything down to their personalities and their actual singing voices and everything that they did to prep for the role and everything that they put into it, regardless of what my predetermined preferences are. Because if you said, what's your predetermined preference? I like a bad bitch. You know? I like Wonder Woman. Not the Wonder Woman, but like the idea, right? I like a bad bitch. I don't particularly like certain stuff. And then you have okay, well, like that's your style, right? That's something that you, if you had a female character and you saw that one, you'd be like, fuck yeah. Tank Girl. Look at Tank Girl. Before she went political, what's that bitch's name? I don't care. Anyway, she went political and she kind of fucking lost her mind, and it's sad to see her decline. But before that, she was Tank Girl. And when I saw that movie when I was younger, I was like, God damn, that's crazy. You know, when you have a character like that, that's like that, you know, like that would be my preference. But no matter what my preferences are, if they can't take this series and like put people in it and write it well, like I don't know why it's so hard for these places to just get people that care about this stuff as much as the audience does. I mean, I feel like we've all been there when we said, man, they could have just gotten cosplayers to do this and it would have been better and cheaper. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could have just got people who cosplay the shit to do better. At least they know they've actually seen the shit for it. That's what doesn't make sense to me is this one could easily be run into the fucking ground. Now, the other video I have, I'm talking about, oh, holy shit, Mass Effect. So, the same people who do the Fallout stuff are going to be doing Mass Effect. Now, I have another video coming out, or it will already be out, and you can go look at that. Also, we have a Reddit now. We have a Reddit page dedicated to my stuff, and that's where you'll see. I'm going to start posting there a lot. But I will say this. Wolfenstein is not complicated. Okay? It is not a complicated universe. It is actually pretty cut and dry when you consider, like, where it came from. You don't... And yeah, see this comment, didn't they mess up the Lord of the Rings series? Yeah, Amazon did. The Fallout people, though, I think the reason that they're given, because of Fallout, they saw success finally in this thing. And I think that they have people who have money at Amazon, and they have people who buy, that put the money towards stuff that they think will work. Okay? Someone in, you know, because it's obviously, it's not fucking Jeff Bezos doing all this, right? It's not just him. But I think there's some people at his company who control like TV and TV shows, movies, all that. And I think their idea is like, look, these are already popular titles. Let's just make the live action. Like Netflix did with certain stuff, and they saw huge benefits from that. Although Netflix got it wrong like 50 times, I think my opinion of Amazon is that they've gotten it wrong less times. And they really haven't had a lot of opportunities. You know, I even watched that Wheel of Time, although I will be honest, that kind of fucking went way downhill. We'll get into that in a different video though, but I'm saying Amazon has fucked it up less, and considering how successful Fallout was, I can see them doing a good job on this, because it's not Amazon, it's the company is getting the money from them, and then Amazon has the final say on what comes out. But as long as the studio works on it, and they do at least 90 to 80% the same job that they did with Fallout, then they should be fine. Because I honestly didn't hate Fallout. I'm not totally in love with it, but it was a good watch. And if another season comes out, I'll definitely watch it. This guy says the man in the high castle is the same, almost. It really isn't. Futuristic man in the high castle. I think it's just because people saw Nazi shit. I don't know. It's not the same storyline. Man in the High Castle was actually fucking insanely good to watch. You guys should watch that. Anyway, we've got our new Reddit. It's going to be Matt Kostick over on Reddit. And then we've got, I'm still commenting here. So any comments you put down there, I will answer. Let's talk about this shit. Let's talk about this shit. Start a discussion. Let's go. Also, subscribe, please. For fuck's sakes. I mean, you watched the whole video? Subscribe. Thank you.